how are all of you beautiful people doing? I hope you're doing well. Um, I've been a little stagnant. I haven't been making videos as much recently. Kind of stuck on, oh, what should I talk about? What do I want to address? So, I was looking through my notes and thought, uh, my last veterinary video did actually help someone out. Someone commented a really sweet comment and said that they were really impacted by these. So I've been a little more into the veterinary stuff, been working on my music as well a lot recently, being really inspired by beautiful, amazing artists like Mike Love with his amazing song Permanent Holiday that I'm super into right now. And also really focusing on moving, exercising, and living a healthy lifestyle. So, without further ado, I'm going to go over some vet tech lessons, um, kind of a follow up video on more things that I've learned in the veterinary field over the last 10 years. I've been in the field for a long time, and there's positives and negatives in every facet of life. So, learning to embrace those as an innate and important part of life are paramount in your success, in your happiness, and just the more you understand about your field, the more you understand about life and yourself, the more you'll see how connected everything is. These diseases that animals are getting are not disconnected from you as a human being. You are also an animal who can get diseases. You're just a different form of animal. You're a conscious animal, and that presents its own challenges. Anyway, the first lesson I want to share that I think is super important and one that I'm really focusing on lately is slowing down. So, slowing down is just super 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 important, and by that I don't mean not doing your work. I mean letting go of the panic mode. And this can be very very challenging because it's hard when you're in an environment that's structured to be a rush-based environment. Get stuff done with a short period of time. But paradoxically, that makes it more important and more necessary to just step back, breathe, and see, okay, and or delegate, and kind of prioritize is the word that I was looking for here. Prioritize what is it that you need to focus on. What is your position? What is your title? So let's say as an RVT, if there's like 10 things I need to take care of or 10 things that need to be done, what's important for the RVT to do right now, as in get the surgeries taken care of and their charts filled out, as opposed to like, cleaning a cage, which is also super important, right? Every little part is important, but that's something that can be very challenging, and it still is for me as sometimes with things that are a little more closely contested, where I'll know there's something that needs to be done. Someone asks for help with a pet, but I also need to take care of something that I'm taking care of now. And if I step away, I might forget. So, emergency situations, jumping to slowing down again. So, when you're in an emergency situation, a different scenario of slowing down, it's easy to panic and think that and kind of like lose yourself in that moment of, oh my god, an animal's dying, what do I need, and in that moment, in that panic, you can't think clearly. And of course, in the beginning, I remember when the first like couple emergencies I went through, I was just in such a daze, like my mind couldn't think at all properly. It just, everything was confusing. It was like being in a war. You don't know what the hell's going on. Because a life is at stake. And you care about that life. You don't want that animal to die. So when you go through those experiences, consciously tell yourself after each experience, be like, okay, what could have I done better? How can I breathe and relax in these moments and just kind of step away from that survival based scenario and just be like, okay, animals dying. First thing, what's the first important thing? Or if you have a director, your doctor's shouting out orders, you know, what's missing in the scenario? What are people not remembering? What are people forgetting? And then you grab that and, you do the best you can, but trying to step away from that fearful, panicky state, super important, especially in emergencies. The more tense a situation, the more important it is to learn to be able to just stay calm in that situation and not fall into that story of, things are dying, Yes, it's important, but that type of reaction does not help the situation. Okay, that took a long time. I got bought into the story. You saw that? Like, I got pulled into that, got excited about it, and what happened? I might have conveyed my thoughts properly, but it could have been done more, maybe precisely if I had prepared, right, the speech. But I'm doing this off the cuff, so it's a little longer. All right. The next lesson that I've learned is just to keep learning. Um, you probably hear this everywhere, but learning is very important. So one thing that I see a lot of people doing is they think they know everything, or they don't like the idea that, oh, they might not know something. They want to hide the fact that they don't know. And not knowing is the most important thing. It's like the fact that you don't know is what causes you to seek out the knowledge. So just listening to the doctors speak, being interested in their knowledge, listening to them speak to owners. How do they speak? What words are they using? Do you understand these words? Are you learning from your other nurses, the other nurses in your area? Or are you in this competitive frame where you're like, I don't want to look like I don't know as much? You feel incomplete. This is the wrong approach. You're not going to get better at anything if you don't have a collaborative, loving, caring, interested, learning mindset that I want to learn from you, and others will be learning from you. It's a mutual exchange of information and understanding, and that's how you grow. Oh, this is a big one. Stop putting yourself down. Okay, just, it's like a disease. We all do it in our heads, but then you hear it like spew out in the field. Like a doctor will make a mistake and he'll be like, "Oh, you're so stupid. God, what's wrong with you?" And it's like the simplest, stupidest little mistake. Like, what? Really? Like, get over it, man. It's not a big deal. Like, it's not even a mistake. Okay, you did that, so what? Like, like, who cares? Who cares? It's okay. Do it right next time, right? Don't beat yourself up about it. Why would you kick yourself while you're down? If you don't want someone else kicking you while you're down, why are you kicking yourself while you're down? It's just ridiculously stupid to do that. Don't be stupid and call yourself stupid. Okay? Because this is a really, really, really big issue. I mean, this issue can be talked about for probably like a whole hour. I'm copying one of my favorite YouTubers here, Leo, where he's like, this one topic could be talked about for five seasons. you The fact that you think you're stupid is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The fact that you think you're not good enough is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And this is the secret. Okay? The secret is that our minds, our thoughts, our feelings, they all feed into reality and create the outcome that you see. That's what's manifestation. Manifestation is that the constant flows of thought and feeling and emotion that go through your mind and come out of you, that energetically resonate from you, that feeling that you have, right, is what creates your surroundings. It's how you perceive reality, and then that's how reality reflects itself back to you. It sounds super complicated, but it's not. The only reason it's complicated or not easy to notice is because we don't allow ourselves to see it, because it's too painful of a truth to be able to realize that the fact that you think you can't hit the vein, or that you suck at hitting the vein, or that you're an idiot, or whatever your thought is what makes you that way. It is what creates, not makes you that way, but what creates the situation for you to be more like that. And therefore, and what happens is, then reality does give you what you are constantly feeding it. And then you say, see, I knew it. I knew I was an idiot. Right? Yeah, because you kept freaking feeding it. You kept feeding that negative thought. And of course, it grew. And it became a disgusting monster eventually. So, stop doing that shit. Alright? In this case, try faking it till you make it. Try practicing gratitude habits, all this stuff, whatever it takes. Stop being negative about yourself. Stop treating other people negatively, like putting down clients, putting down doctors, putting down pets. I hate cats, all that bullshit. Get rid of that shit. That's my advice. I think that was number 4. I already jumped into it. Stop talking shit about everybody. It's fun to judge. Sometimes, we all do it. It's fun sometimes to just like rant a little bit, but notice when you're doing it and try to realize that that's not gonna be a positive solution if you go with that, and make that like your main thing. That's like what it's all about, right? You need to be doing twice as much positivity as you're doing negativity if you want positivity in your life, if you want to feel good. The 5th one, ask for help. Even if you can do something alone, like I see people, sticking thermometers in pets' butts by themselves. If there's someone just sitting there not doing anything, ask for their help. Ask for help from different people. There's certain people I work with that are super choosy about who they work with. They will never ask for help from me. I noticed that. And it doesn't make me feel good. They always ask for help from their friend tech, right? I noticed that. That doesn't feel so good. I'd like to be asked to help them, to feel like connected with them as well. But they're picky and choosy about who helps them. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Not everybody sees things the way I do, and I accept that. But I urge you to try to open your mind to asking for help from others, to just spreading some love around, and like connecting with different people, not just your buddies. Let's see. So include people in your life. Include everyone. Be inclusive. Don't exclude. Don't push people away. The last one, number 7, is admit that you could be wrong, and be open to the new perspective, new ways of doing things. Learn from other texts, like I said before. There's certain things we are all good at, right? I have some good technical skills. I'm good with my venipuncture. Not the best, but I'm fairly competent. So I see a lot of people struggle, let's say, with venipuncture. And not once has one person ever like came up to me and been like, "Hey, can you give me some pointers?" You know, I mean, right? You don't. I ask. That's how I got good, right? I asked for pointers from people that were doing it better than me, even if it was slightly better. So, how you get good is by putting your ego aside and asking for help, and not thinking that you're less than someone because you ask them for help, but actually that we can all learn from each other and we can all grow and become better versions of ourselves, better people, better human beings, by not being so competitive and actually collaborating, actually working together, and spreading more love. That's what this world needs. So as one of the songs that I sing here, I'll give you a little demo, and since it's the end of it. The way we livin', it's all about the giving. It's all about the way we livin'. It's all about the giving. It's all about the inner vision, love and intuition. Enough with that greed, poverty, and inhibition. We all about that blessed life, living and forgiving. Living, it's all about the giving. It's all about the inner vision, love and intuition. Enough with that greed, poverty, and inhibition. We all about that blessed life, living and forgiving. The best life. I'm feeling so sublime. I'm breaking out of the paradigm. I'm feeling so alive. Sun and rain clouds, it's alright. I'll survive another day. Thank you for listening. I hope these teachings help you in some way, and keep living, loving, and leveling up. Rastafari!